Good morning, Twitter, YouTube. Twitch and YouTube. What's up, buddy? Don't. Buddy, don't. You want to be in my lap, don't you? Don't go for my milk. Oh shit, I was supposed to... Okay. My cat has me distracted.
Hey, lantern rite's coming up again. The time's really flown by. Let's head to Lua when we get the chance.
No idea what springtime charms are. Okay, so we have that to do. Alright. So, we did a lot of grinding in the last couple of videos. Then we did one final task for the rite of passing, which we still haven't done yet, because we went to Ningguo, and Ningguo was all like, yo, child is being a child. And we were like, oh, is he really? And then we found out that he was reproducing those, what are they called? Talismans of permission. Sorry, running around so that way we actually have something we're doing while we're talking. This is why I keep the recap at the door thingy. So, Paimon was all like, what are we doing, friendo? And I was like, we're gonna go to the golden house, because there's only one place this motherfucker would be. And that's where the... I don't know why, actually. Because that's where all the gold is? Possibly where they're keeping the Exuvia? I don't know. What I do know is we are about to go fight Childe, and literally the only thing I remember about Childe at all until I replayed the story was that Childe threw whales at me, and that was so uncool that I did not like him as a character and kind of just went meh, trash can. Now I know him as Zhongli's wallet, so that's more, I guess. The golden shadow. Okay. Okay. Yep, we're ready for this.
Wow! This is the golden house?
I feel like I made a mistake.
It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of mora. This is where all of Tibet's mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few mora go missing.
Touch a single mora and we're all done for. If it were that easy, this place would have been emptied long ago.
Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But
Lay
even
down,
if we
Mouse.
can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
Okay, so we are here for the Exuvia. We'd better check on the Exuvia first.
Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here?
The Millilith.
Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
Alright. Uh-oh. Doop doop. I feel like I should have had an archer in my team. But we'll see how this works.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
Child.
If you were
Paimon,
Fatui,
child.
I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
Dross. I don't know that word. I'm gonna look it up real quick. How did you find out it was here? Looks like I was just in time then.
Although I'm deeply
worthless
grateful
rubbish.
to you that I was
Great.
able to effortlessly find this secret location. Don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires.
Not if I have anything to
I'm
say
not
about
asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time
Farina.
for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean,
Nice to
if
see
it were
you
up to
on
me,
stream.
I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will
right
prioritize her
outside the
mission,
cathedral. I'm still
weigh the
kinda surprised
outcomes,
we didn't grow
and
some
consider the
attention.
consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't
Okay.
let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
It's a lot of words to
so
say.
you
I like
intend
fighting.
to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, traveler. I'll just play along to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there?
I could never defeat you, question mark? You're completely delusional.
Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Okay, I should have had an archer.
How unbecoming.
Incoming! Hey!
Try
Don't
this.
blink!
So quick to flee. Poor timing.
I guarantee you he is not this cool when you actually get him.
Celestial Voyager.
Oh look, it's the whale! It's the whale guy.
Try this. Cowering already? So quick to flee.
Incoming!
How unbecoming. A clear shot. Careful now.
Shit. We almost got him, guys.
You've made some progress. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Good. No wonder Senora
Solution
was so
unleashed.
wary of you. Well,
Oh,
that just means I can go all out.
What is that?
Brace
See?
yourself. This
Why-
is about to get tough.
Why can
Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Oh,
All you do is run.
yes, that is all.
Push your luck.
One minute.
Raging tide. Freeze. No use hiding back there. Push your luck.
I wish I had an archer. An archer
Got
would have
you.
been good.
All you do is run. My turn.
Don't blink!
Break.
Get to the chase! Incoming!
Okay, I don't think I missed anything, but most people, they can only use one element, right? It's whatever their vision is. That was a lesser phase.
Something else
I
catch
see.
your eye?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Fuck.
Freeze.
Please don't kill me. Let me
Right.
Come on. This guy's a bitch, this guy's a bitch, bitch.
You've got some skills.
Fuck.
My turn.
No. You beat your butt because I need healing.
Raging tide. No use hiding back there. Eat this.
Did anything.
Barely a scratch!
Something else catch your eye?
I'm fine. Barbados, guide us.
Cool it. Break.
Oh, jeez.
You've got some skills. Gotcha. All you do is run. I'll crush you.
Speed of light. Hey!
No use hiding back there. Has your luck run out?
God, I hope not.
With sword comes shadow.
Okay. Got him? Got him?
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing it to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down.
Fitzy.
Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected.
What is Rite's vision? Why does it look like that?
Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
No?
This is going to cost you!
You can fly! Oh, okay. Getting hit by rocks is painful no matter if you can fly or not. No, fuck me.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter.
I did neither. I am not that smart.
Now, don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it!
I am so glad we leveled up everyone before we did this. Got your butt. Don't throw a whale at me! Don't throw a narwhal at me! Oh, that was so lucky.
Die here.
Okay. Very still. Okay. I should probably change the sound gap.
Incoming!
No, her game's just please no whales. Please. No. See, I didn't even remember that he has faces. All I remember is that stupid fucking whale.
Don't blink!
Die here.
Fuck off.
Cut to the chase.
Dull.
Not doing very much. You should have resonated with you. Whale. Good. I'm pointing one at me.
Speed of light.
Well,
Dodge this.
fuck.
Die here. Cool it.
Fuck you.
What's the hurry?
I swear by
Need
my
a little
sword.
help.
Freeze. Oh, so sorry.
Shit.
Don't push your luck.
Incoming.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be really bad. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Fuck you, I swear, if you have another goddamn phrase. Yes, sir.
Some you win, and some you lose.
Uh-huh.
Look!
Get fucked.
Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the
With a
burden
cigarette,
of
I hope.
the foul legacy transformation
Since you
was
fucked
too great
me.
for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Because I'm gradually restoring my own power. I'm glad this is in parentheses, meaning we're thinking it. We're
You
not
already
telling
know
him.
the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity.
I imagine that we are literally smoking right now. Because, like,
This battle
seriously,
has already
child.
left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the
Hey
normal way to make
guys,
friends.
is it more gay to be gay? Or whatever is going on here?
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Rax Lapis
Yes,
still lives?
it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process.
Yeah, 100%. Not only are we smoking, but like, we are angrily smoking cigarettes. And like right there, I could just imagine him throwing down his cigarette and going, well, guess it's plan B time. Because there's no way we're not fucking... There's no way we're not smoking after a fight like that. And his sexual innuendos being that thick. Anyway, what are you talking about
the
now?
world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Yeah, you've been trying to duplicate them. I saw the research with my own eyes.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place,
That makes sense.
along with that
wondering
which
where
was
he got
bestowed
those.
upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Oh, this looks bad. This looks very bad.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
This is good. Oh, good.
Paimon's exhausted.
We're
If we
fine.
hadn't happened
You're
to
not
see
out
the
of breath.
gate
Shut up.
chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh?
Being
Hold
what?
on! It's the Adepti! What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the Guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
I don't know how I forgot all of this, but okay. I remember dropping the Jade Chamber on it, but I don't remember fighting with it. Isn't Ningguo a 4-star? I have her on my main account. How is she not a 5-star? No, yeah, we do. Yeah.
They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia.
This should be fun.
Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? What wishes to witness?
My duty at an end.
Incoming!
At least they're polite and attack one at a time.
Speed of light!
It's raining. These guys fudge.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Like that. Don't get hit like that.
Don't blink!
Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
Proud man. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Sounds like Child's gonna be in trouble.
No slacking off!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many between two! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Food.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
Not bringing up my duty!
Adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time of Julian cars! Wow! It's
Okay, I'd like them to go back to attacking one at a time.
Really strong!
Killjoy! Just begun. Disgusting.
Speed of light! Hey!
I miscalculated. I guess this is it.
Cut to the chase! Incoming!
Okay.
With the blood of
Yeah,
the
I'm with
Chilians, I
Saints
guard you
Wave
against
game.
evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War! So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I did.
We're going
Okay, emo guy.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. That perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them.
Look at me.
I like having this power, not gonna lie. I'm gonna miss it when this mission's over.
So quiet.
Speed of light. Don't blink. Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Yes. This is it.
Those guys just died. Like, I did not do anything.
With sword comes shadow.
Finished.
Incoming. Let me amuse myself. Don't blink. Speed of light. Hey! The Fatoui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Cut to the chase.
My duty.
I thought I was gonna lose one there.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
one energy beam.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
I got.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
The Hydra God is done for.
I have
faith.
another
Despite
idea.
This happening.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
See, I remember this part pretty well. Nuke. Absolutely just nuked that god. That was a lot of groaning and moaning.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
We're all on the same side here,
Yet
y'all.
another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
When there is discord between guardians and who they were meant to defend, harmony becomes very difficult to restore.
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
This is what we learned in the City
Each
of
of the
Freedom.
7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger
I love
is
the
near,
super
everyone always
brave
protects me.
common
And the rest
folk,
of the
yeah.
time, they
It's
make
one of my
fun
favorite
toys
tropes.
and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Just literally
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay.
Man, he sounds so much like Zuko.
It must be hard being
Honor.
an Adeptus.
I must catch the Avatar.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is
Rider
weak,
anime. Oh, that
there
would be
is
fun.
still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Sorry for the loud guys.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
They listen to what the people have said, and they're trying to understand things from their perspective.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
You can say that again. The Adepti were quite reasonable in the end.
Right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Childe wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too?
So much has happened. Derailed
Get it.
that.
But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshem Funeral Parlor.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Where did Zhongli go? Swear to God, if he has more fetch quests for me on that fucking rite of parting, I'm just gonna quit the game. Okay, apparently we didn't need to go there all the way. Hotao's funeral parlor is a very old name in the funeral business. Its directorship is now up to the 77th generation, with the current director being a young lady named Hotao. This director is known for her sharp intellect, but in some people's eyes, Hotao might be a little too smart for her own good. Indeed, the quirky, eccentric Hotao is not what people expect from a solemn title like that of Wushu funeral parlor director. However, Hotao has a unique outlook on life and death, and though she is surrounded by death every day, her optimistic look has never changed. Quite an odd duck, this one.
Look, it's Hotao! She looks kind of troubled. Shall we go say hi? Hey! Stop right there, heroes! What the? Oh, Xiangling! I was just kidding around. Happy Lantern Rite. Hope I didn't scare ya. Nah, of course not. We were just about to go say hi to Hotao. I noticed, which is why I stopped you. We can't disturb her now, or we won't get to see the brand spanking new Director Who.
What do you mean by that?
I gave her a new outfit as a gift, but she's so used to her uniform that she's hesitant to try it on. Ooh, what kind of outfit is it? A bright red one, of course. The color of prosperity and the color of Lantern Rite. But just so you're aware, if Hu Tao's not really been herself lately. Whenever I invite her to hang out, she either finds an excuse not to come, or spends the whole time staring into space. I've tried asking her what's wrong, but she won't even admit there's a problem. Anyway, so that outfit was my way of saying that I'm here as her friend, and I hope she'll feel better soon.
Paimon was just thinking that she looked kinda troubled.
But you've never seen Hotel like this. What could it possibly be? Okay, but we've never met Hotel. Oh man, I'm sorry. Just then you feel something cool against your face. Someone has crept up behind you and is now covering your eyes. Not a good idea. Guess who? Happy Lantern Rite director who... Ah, wonderful. You still remember my voice. That means you must have missed me a lot. Happy Lantern Rite.
Wow, Hu Tao! Is that a new outfit? It looks great!
All thanks to Zhongli. Apparently, it was custom made by a designer from 14.
The tailor happened to be in Liyue looking for a change of scenery and fresh inspiration. We got talking and really hit it off, so it was no trouble at all.
Well, good. Thanks again, Zhongli.
Stop! I'm just glad you like it.
So, Hotel, what's been bothering you? Huh? Why would you ask that? Is it my tone of voice?
Your
Not as sweet
voice
and
is as sweet as ever, Hu Tao, but we're your friends. You can't hide how you're feeling from us, no matter how hard you may try.
Haha, alright. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, I promise. It's just I've been struggling with a work-related thing.
Work-related? You mean the funeral parlor?
Uh-huh, so you see, it is part of my duty as the director. Besides, it's a lantern rite. I don't want to worrying about me when you're supposed to be enjoying the festival. So relax, everything will be a-okay, because the director who will find a way.
You stressing about work? That's gotta be a first. Guess it must be something super complicated, huh?
I mean, we're still trying to do the rite of parting, so... Yep, it's a doozy, and I feel like I've been banging my head against a brick wall. Let's go to Kuching. She'll know what to do.
You think Kuching would be able to help?
She can at least teach Hu Tao about work-life balance.
Good idea! Especially since it's festival season. I heard the Ministry of Civil Affairs is putting on a street fair with loads of cool stuff to do. Forget about work for now, Hu Tao. Come have fun with us.
Yeah, take some time to relax and recover your energy. Then you'll knock this thing out in no time.
I'd love to, but I'm afraid I have a meeting to go to. A real meeting. I'm not just making excuses.
Aw, really? You sure you can't get out of it?
How about this? You guys go on ahead, and I'll meet you at the fair when I'm done. Sound good?
Okay, fair enough. But don't take too long. And after the fair, how about we all have a meal at Wanmin Restaurant? My treat, of course.
Count me in. I never could turn down Zhongling's cooking.
Me neither! Paimon's drooling already.
Sounds like a plan. Hope your meeting goes well, Hu Tao. Don't worry about me. Get yourselves to the fair and I'll join you as soon as you can. Okay, but we're doing the... No. We are doing this one. Fairy lady.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
So crazy what is and isn't
Unfortunately,
voice
Zhongli
acted
isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and
Grandpa's
make
visiting
sure
his
that
sugar
everything is
daddy.
okay.
I mean, probably. God knows he doesn't have fucking money on his own. Oh yeah, we still haven't even done our commissions or anything. We kind of got right into the story today.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Signora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Breathe and just stay calm.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
Okay, but like 10 seconds ago you were complaining to Signora that you were tricked. So... WTF?
Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Signora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Okay. Zhongli tricked you? Are we talking about all the money he took from you? Because I understand
So
that.
actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What? What am I watching? What do you mean? Hold the phone. Stop. Hold on. Hold on. So... Okay. Agreement? Agreement. Agreement. She said agreement. She also said Morax. Also, what the fuck is going on?
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
What? Okay, well this Gnosis isn't glowing with elemental power, but Venti's was, so I am inclined to think that Venti's was fake. I'm going to lie my ass off here and say, I mean, I did have my suspicions.
So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
Right? That! What are
I
you
do
doing?
not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
I'm afraid I don't understand, and why did you feign your death? This, Furina says Venti had fake Gnosis. I am inclined to agree because this Gnosis doesn't glow with elemental power like I thought it would. But also, this is one of the first times that what you can say actually matches up with exactly what I would say. I don't understand. What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt
What
upon
dots are
this
you
world
connecting,
for more
Bobby?
than 6,000 years.
Tell me.
It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue, together with the Adepti.
Bobby says, oh my god, I'm connecting the dots, and I want to know what dots Bobby is connecting before we move on. Well, I don't know. Just, why is Zhongli giving his Gnosis to Senora Morax? Morax the moron. This guy is a moron, guys. Like, what is I'm literally so confused. I think I kind of understand now why I blocked this from my mind. It probably confused me so much, especially because I got up and went and vacuumed during this. So when I came back, it was halfway through playing, and I'm like, wait, what? And I'm still confused, even after seeing all of it. Well, I guess not all of it, but
Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer.
Bobby says Morax and the Teresa made an agreement in the past. He fulfills his part of the deal after his death and ensures that the people of Liyue could rule on their own.
So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
Are you satisfied with the finale? Let me guess, you had another plan in case it all burnt down.
Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Childe. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing.
Okay, so sad face McGee over here feels like his duties are fulfilled. So to make sure that he's no longer needed, tries to destroy his town, his nation, whatever you want to call it, his city. I have literally so many questions about this that it hurts.
I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
Ha! On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
He is a harbinger. He should know better than anyone that everyone can be tricked and that he is not special. So, like, why is he whining? Other than his name is Childe and he's acting like one right now.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
We were both equally fooled. You really embarrassed yourself this time.
Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Normative determination is a real thing.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no
Pleasantly
use
said.
for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
God, look at those boobs bounce.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
I'd like to know what the Cryo Archon offered you. What could possibly be worth a Gnosis, Morax the Moron?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
You absolute dick. Agreed.
So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
Ugh, you're so petty.
Agreed. Agreed. Fucking agreed. Fucking what? Fucking gonna sit down to fucking tea real quick. Like, just... What? What could possibly be enough? What is with everyone in Liyue specifically? Because Childe's not from Liyue, but he's acting like this. Like, they literally are like, oh, I have this beautiful thing that I love so much, I'm going to destroy it. Like, yeah, we're doing this. Mainly because, what the fuck? We're sitting down for this osmanthus wine. Oh my god. Okay, okay, so in my original account I have Zhongli, and this entire exchange makes me happy that I got him, because all things said and done, putting aside the contract, which I think makes him a moron, but whatever, putting aside that, Zhongli has become moreover one of my favorite characters, not just because of the fan art I follow. Now he's one of my favorites because, like me, we are both tired as fuck and ready to go. Whenever our time comes, we will be at peace. So, I love him for that, but also, what a fucking moron. Like, the Fatui are known bad guys. Like, we know that they're bad guys. After the dust settles...
Today's the day of the rite of parting.
The day...
Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Oh, are we finally ready to go do the rite of parting? Effing finally? Okay, first things first, though. I'm gonna go turn in my quests. Bobby Vita says, considering what the Teresa plan seems to be, might not be much of a dum-dum. I mean, I guess you're right. We don't know why the Teresa is gathering these Gnosises. It's just, she is blatantly evil, so we can only assume that she's gathering them for bad. I think all the Archons are just tired. Yeah, that's fair. I mean... But then that would also beg the question, all of them are tired except for Venti, because Venti's Gnosis is clearly fucking fake. Like, I am 100% on this conspiracy of the Animo Gnosis was fake as fuck. As fake as the harp. Zhongli, as the oldest Archon, has an extra level of tired because of erosion.
Ad
Yeah, agreed.
Astra Abyssosk.
And
Welcome
he's super,
to the
super
Adventurers
old.
Guild. Thank you for completing
Daily
today's
commissions.
commissions. Here is your reward.
Interesting evil implies you know what's right and wrong without knowing everything that's going on. That's fair. I don't know
Ad Astra
what or why the
Abyssosk.
Teresa is doing
Welcome
this,
to
and
the
I don't have the
Adventurers Guild.
context, but the Fatui are set up to be the shadowy organization that is trying to push every nation that I've been to so far, I know that's only 2, but that's 2 more than it should be, into war, or some kind of conflict. And I don't think, even if that's not evil, because I really want to explain that, like, I'm a pagan, so I really believe in the idea of evil acts can be the cause of great things, and good acts can cause great evil. Then why was Childe all buddy-buddy? I don't know, man. I don't know. Childe's crazy. I can't fathom Childe at all. And I am definitely being pulled along in the story, that's for sure. As we keep filling in pieces, like, the Fatui is definitely more than just what it shows, that's for sure. And every time we go into a new, like, nation, I guess they're called, everything is much deeper than they first let you go. Also, if you recall what Zhongli just said, he set it all up, not the Fatui. I mean, he did, but I'm not sure that the Fatui get to go without being scathed on this one, because, like, they literally summoned an old god. That wasn't necessary. I get that Zhongli kind of maybe set that stuff up, but, like, the Teresa only deployed her Fatui on the part of the bargain. Yeah, which also, what the hell? I mean, yes, I agree. This sounds like Zhongli pulled on himself. But, like, also, he chose these players because they are the players. Does that make sense? He had his good guys, and he needed a bad guy. And these guys are acting like bad guys. Like, regardless of what they're doing in Liyue, they were trying to get us to kill one of the four winds in Mondstadt. Bobby Vita says, the area where you fight Noel's boss are ancient spears Zhongli chucked down to pin a Cyril. Yeah, we heard that earlier. We were told that by one of the other characters. But yeah, the Fatui still tried to kill one of the four winds in Mondstadt, which would have absolutely disarrayed that nation. Think of the Fatui as Batman. I don't know if I could do that. I would need more evidence that they're not out here just causing shit to cause shit. How many hours into the story is this? Wow, at least 40? This is at least 40. We have definitely, yeah, definitely at least dozens. It was at least 8 hours in Mondstadt alone, and then all of Liyue has been taking a lot. Yeah, just keep playing the story and you'll keep learning more, says Saint. And I agree with that wholeheartedly, but also, what the fuck is going on in this world?
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, we got another expedition. We should probably use that. Let's use it for money. Oh, she's already exploring. Derp. I'm a smart person, guys. Alright, Bobby Vita says, another little lore bit. The gems you use for Ascension also have lore stuff in their description that reveals more the higher the rarity is. The Ascension, the gems. It is Friday, so we are supposed to be doing some lore reading. Oops, that's not the right. I assume you're talking about these gems? Let's go find them in our inventory. Maybe not these ones. Yeah, these ones? Oh, here we go. A pilgrimage for a wish, a battle to earn a name. Let's see if I have any of these purple ones. No, I don't. Welcome to this world. That's not creepy at all. There's very little in the lower rarities. Well, we don't have the bigger ones yet. I might go to my other profile just to see. But first things first, we are off to go to the rite of pardon. Oh, we should also gather this before I forget. Yay, we get a wish. Which reminds me, we should also... Okay, we did confirm this. Let's see, Bobby Vita says, off to the races, yes. Alright, here we are. I'm gonna go raid the flowers real quick.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed.
I want to start the rumor that Childe did it.
It all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millelith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Childe.
They did. Keep spreading this rumor.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Okay, bro, what do you have to say?
Hear ye all! The Qixing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
The hell?
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
Agreed. They said that Rex Lapis wasn't murdered. They said that Rex Lapis died because of a divine trial. That one sounds more correct.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
I think you hit the bullseye this time.
Right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yep.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
Not alone.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Dot, dot, dot.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Oh, we do talk. We should talk way more. Final farewell. Also, posters. Really? Traveler? You did so much, and you want posters.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Wait, what? You have a voice? That's what I'm saying, Pleasantly. Like, that's like maybe the first or second time we've said anything. Outside of the very, very beginning of the game when we explained, kinda, sorta, explained with our voice what was going on with being world travelers.
Rex Lapis. Oh, Rex Lapis.
I still don't know why they did target a child, because the English name for the character would have been
if everyone's of the same mind as
Suture.
me, perhaps
Suture.
mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
I don't know either. Oh, we're looking for Zhongli at his fucking funeral? Hey, dick. Also, those are really pretty lanterns, I'm not even gonna lie.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
And
Right.
he didn't even pay for the funeral.
The two of you can spare the time.
Great, Dobby.
I should treat you to a meal at the Xinyue kiosk.
Well, absolutely not.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
You've been like this entire time, but this is my favorite. But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon, so I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
It was a fine journey, said through gritted teeth.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Who's the god that rules Inazuma?
The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
The Inazuma Shogunate.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Right on, Vabi.
That's how people in Teyvat see it.
100%.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions.
Oh. Wait, hold on. What?
Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
Did I miss something? There are 7 archons, right? And they're each tied to an element. So who is this omnipresent god? That's not one of the 7, is it? Like, I remember the Vision Hunt Decree. I was moderately interested in it until we met Toma, and then I was interested in Toma, and then I just stopped being interested at all. I remember... Hold on. I remember that, like, taking someone's visions makes them a zombie, and it's fucking horrible. But I don't remember anything about the omnipresent god. It doesn't seem like it's one of the 7. Okay, anyway, sorry.
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the 7, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
Sounds like a load of bullshit. Oh yeah, the heavenly principles. We've actually heard that before. That one lady who trapped us here was all like, something something, the heavenly principles. I remember that. And or she proclaimed that she was the 7, or not the 7, the holy principles. I don't remember quite. I might look back at the footage at the stream where that was, because that's like the very first stream.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Oh good, now it's our turn to talk to the god about all of the things. So about the quote-unquote trials.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
So they know he's alive, but they don't know he's alive. Okay. Sure. What about Childe?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Childe.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Childe did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui.
As she should. 100% a lady after my own heart, trying to make sure that her fucking town is safe from spies. The unknown god at the start references themselves as the sustainer of heavenly principles, says Bobby. Okay, so she referred to herself as the heavenly, or at least the sustainer of them. So there are more gods than just the 7. Are we literally about to go around to the 7 nations? Find out that none of them are the right god. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. I mean, there are other lesser gods that aren't the 7, I guess. Razor's wolf, Lupercal, seems to be one of the old gods, being under Venti. There's a ton of gods. The 7 Archons are just the ones that won the Archon War. Gotcha, Bobby.
Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Childe's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
The Liyue Qixing.
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Kuching is absolutely right in saying this.
Alright. I'm gonna mess this name up. Dekribaran, the tyrant of Mondstadt, was the god of storms. That's the one that Venti killed in order to claim his position, wasn't it? We read the story of the tower from that, I believe.
Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti. Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
About
That's
Mora.
Right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo-Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes,
okay, Paimon, calm
this
down.
is
Money
indeed
not
a
the
major
beginning and end
issue
of the
from a
world.
financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a
Yeah,
private
did you?
fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
Oh.
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
Morax the Moron. I have proclaimed that he is Morax the Moron. Forever. Oh my god. Like, I get it. Like, you're not... When you can literally make money from your will, you're not going to think about it, ever. Because it's just... Pleasantly says... Oh, wait, hold on. Bobby says, Grandpa is so silly. Also agreed. Pleasantly says, wait, the mint is magic? Isn't deflation a little good? I mean, I don't disagree with you, but also... He really didn't think this through. Like, it really seems like he has no idea how money actually works whatsoever. Yes, I understand now why we call him Gramps. He is old as dirt. Somewhere around 6,000 years old. That is old. Old. And also somehow in 6,000 years you didn't think to have your own personal hoard. It's really, like, really bad, guys. He really is Morax the Moron.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That was everything, guys, that we can ask.
Then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience.
Consider this, you've never had to use money for basically anything. Would you know how to handle finances? No, absolutely not. I said that, but I don't disagree. I just... If you're planning on retiring as a mortal, you should probably take more than a few days practicing is kind of what I'm saying here, you know? But also, I guess when you make money from your hands, it doesn't really comes across your mind. Okay, fair. I use money all the time, but have no idea about finances, says Pleasantly. Bobby says, I don't remember if he actually gets a salary from the funeral parlor, though. I bet he would. Adventure rank 30. We aren't too far from that, I don't think. A new star approaches, huh? Yeah, we are literally one level. That shouldn't be too hard to get. Constellations. And we got mail. Here's to you. Delilah didn't send the sisters to chase me down this morning for morning prayer today. Knowing him, I'd say this was his idea of a birthday gift. And honestly, it's just what I needed. But a quiet birthday alone, hardly perfect. Mondstadt has many famed wines, and the best flavors don't always come from the tavern. Take Springvale, for example. Some of the hunters there uncork their private wine brews when the frost sets in. I can understand the sentiment. After a long, shadowed wait, crouched in the cold, a few sips of something strong are a well-earned reward. Catch or no catch. Oh, there's roasted meat? Not bad at all. So what do you say? Care to grace me with your company and share some tales of your heroics? To you, I'll drink to that. Alright, we got some more, and we got some, food. We like food. I'll let you off this time. Derailed. Final farewell. A new star purchase. Oh goodness. Is there any others? Nope, doesn't look like it. Well, guys. Oh yeah, we should probably... We should probably do the lantern rite stuff since we're here and the lantern rite is supposed to be nowish. Let's see. Leeway celebrates and 8 Adepti face a hidden calamity. Rosia and her fancy prickly sweet madame. What? Okay, this is the custom gift envelope stall. You can pick your preferred design, leave a custom message, and hand them out to friends and family. If you're interested, Madame Lagny, please take a look.
I take it these coins go inside the envelope? They look a little different from regular Mora.
So... Sweet Madame is Rosaria's specialty dish. Her version adds thorny vines. That sounds painful. That's right, these special edition fortune coins are used by coinage office. They are 12 designs in total, each engraved with motifs of the Guyon sigils that represent different blessings. Take this one, for example.
The
this
sign
design
of Vice Ravana! Yes, originally an exorcism sigil. Widely used in thaumaturgy. These days, it's used as a lucky charm to prevent disaster and bring favor. Quite popular with business owners, hoping for peace and prosperity. Oh, I interrupted you, didn't I? Oh, sorry.
Well, she doesn't have a voice this time around, so...
Away. I meant no offense, Lady Yuhang.
Lan Yu is a basket weaver from the Zhongli Vale. Oh, okay. Hee hee, none taken, Madame Lan. Excuse me, really, it's an honor to meet a member of the historical Lan lineage. Your ancestors hailed from the 12 tribes of the Zhongli Vale. They were renowned for their proficiency in the mystical arts.
You flatter me, Lady Yuhang. My family are but distant relatives. We would hardly consider ourselves the true heirs to that illustrious lineage.
There's no need to be humble. Your knowledge of the Guan Yu sigil is very impressive, a rare find in the Liyue harbor of today. True heir or not, you do your ancestors proud and give your level of adulation in this area. I may find myself requesting your help in the future.
Well, I won't deny that I pride myself on my level of learning. So by all means, it would be my pleasure to assist the Lady Yuhang.
Ka-ching! Hard at work with the festivities as usual, huh?
Ah, Lofen, Paimon, and Xingling too. I was just thinking about you this morning. I wonder if I would get to see you during the festival. I hope you are keeping a reasonable work-life balance this year. Oh, haha, oh, don't go there. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has so much to do on this lantern rite. Before I forget, everyone, this is Madame Lan Yun, a master craftswoman from the Chengyu Valley Artisans Association. She has kindly agreed to help the Ministry of Civil Affairs with this year's street fair. In short while, you will get to see her work.
Nice to meet you, Madame Lan.
Madame Lan, please allow me to introduce...
his buddy Paimon, and Xiangling. Hello.
Haha, it seems like you're getting carried away again, Madame Lan.
Sorry. Interrupted again, didn't I? It's just quite exciting. Meeting these 3 people I've heard so much about. I never imagined I'd get the chance.
I think you mean 2 people, right? I'm just a chef. A good one, but it's not that much to get excited about.
Based on her combat child, she seems fun to use,
just
says
to be
Vita.
polite.
Oh, I beg to differ. The first meal I ate in Liyue Harbor was at Wanmin Restaurant. Xiangling's cooking gave my taste buds plenty to be excited about.
Hello, Madame Lan. Nice to meet you, a master craftswoman. Zhongli, you literally own a god as a Pokemon. Does she really?
Call me Lanyan. And I'm no master craftswoman. Just a humble maker of handicrafts.
I'm sure anyone who's seen your work would disagree. Speaking of which, I'm sure you'd all like to see it. Why don't you come with me and I'll show you? Here it is. This is a game for the street fair where you duel with rattan figures. It's called Immortal Combat. There are 8 rattan figures in total. Thanks to some ingenious design work, they can move around on their own. Madame Lan took inspiration from the legend of the 8 Adepti. Astonishing,
That's
isn't it?
amazing! But what are the 8 adepts? Are they like Adepti?
They're actually not Adepti, but 8 legendary people said to have had Adeptus-like abilities, which earned them the title of the 8 Adeptus. Adept.
Wow, Paimon's never heard that story before.
They were only around for a short time, and it was 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, so their stories aren't nearly well known as those of the actual Adepti. Also, did you notice this year Meng Zhao's lantern when you arrived in the harbor?
Shaped like a huge tree, right?
Yes, it is said that during the Archon War period there was a divine mountain in Liyue with a giant tree on its summit. A tree who was also a god named Tao Dao.
Oh! I think I heard that one from a storyteller once. The sanctification of Tao Du. So Tao Du is the giant tree?
And this tree was also a god? Correct. Back then, people thought that behind Tao Du was the realm of the dead, and if you committed grave sins in your life, your soul would be unable to pass beyond that tree
Even
and
today,
into the afterlife.
In my hometown, people still say things like, "You'll never cross Mount Tao Du when you die." It's very insulting, though, so don't go around repeating it.
When the Archon War arrived, Tao Du was dragged into the fighting, disturbing the realm of the dead. The boundaries between life and death became blurred, and death began to encroach on the realm of the living.
And then what?
That's where the sanctification of Tao Du comes in. The 8 adepts rose up to solve the crisis, and laid down a great magic array to purify Tao Du.
Exactly. After that, Tao Du's remains sank into the ley lines and became a border separating the living of Liwa from the dead.
The border? The border between life and death? That's where it comes from?
So the legends say, but who knows if it's true?
Those 8 adepts must be super powerful if they could purify a god. Are we sure they weren't just adepti?
Yep. And in fact, their tale specifically emphasizes that most of them were ordinary humans.
I know a certain businesswoman who might know, says Bobby Vita.
If I remember right, they were from several groups that joined forces. A Guixiang one, a Lianshan one, and...
Right! The 3 hermits of Guizhang, the 2 sages of Lianshan, and the 3 beasts of Tao Du. Collectively, the 8 adepts. The mainstream narrative holds that the Guizhang hermits and the Lianshan sages were human.
I know one of the hermits was Wind Reader, said to be the founder of the ancient arts of divination. If I'm not mistaken, he hailed from the 12 tribes of Chanyu Valley. His descendants became the lantren, and kept the art of divination alive. Madame Lan, correct me if I'm wrong.
That's certainly what the clan genealogies claim, although my personal knowledge of Chemin divination is very patchy.
Bobby Vita says, I know a certain businesswoman who might know, and then she runs a certain funeral parlor. I see. The second hermit's story is somewhat more amusing. He mastered the arts of fishing with a rod and line and became known to the people as Yolin Angler. You may have heard of Yolin's swordsmanship, which is the style I trained in. Both that style and its more ancient variant have their origins in the Yonglin's angler's rod-wielding techniques.
Seriously? Did Shinsho tell you that? Because it sounds like something right out of a martial arts novel. So what about the 3rd hermit?
That would be Wu Wang Kid, also known as the Old Man Wu Wang. The story goes that he was always presented himself in child form. As a hermit, his expertise lay within Quanjie sigils, which he used to catch demons, heal disease, and protect lives from the encroaching presence of death. The Wangshu funeral parlor should be the best acquainted with his story, since their founders were said to have studied under Wang Wu Kid. They said they were just ordinary people like you and me, but when faced with mounting disaster, they used what strength they had to guard the border between life and death. Fortunately, they were aided by their knowledge of a secret art, which the funeral parlor still practices to this day.
The Wangsheng funeral parlor really does have a secret art?
I heard from Hu Tao that she has a flaming staff handed down by her forebears. Apparently it has special powers used for cleansing rituals. But it could just be another one of her tall tales. Oh, you probably haven't met Hu Tao yet, have you? She's the director at the funeral parlor.
I've never had the pleasure, but I've certainly heard of Director Hu Tao.
Okay, well these Guizhong hermits sound pretty legit. How about the 2 sages and the 3 beasts? What's their story?
One was Sage Hu, a master of gourd crafts, and the other was Sage Jin, an expert in bronze mirrors. Very little information survives on these two. All we know is that they practice the secret art of lantren, earning them the title of the 2 sages of lantren.
I heard there's a hidden palace deep in the mountains south of the Stone Gate. Traditionally, that's believed to be where they retreated for cultivation.
As for the 3 beasts, their retreat was Mount Taodo, hence the 3 beasts of Taodo. As their title suggests, those 3 were not humans.
What were they? Monsters or something?
They were... Who are you?
All 3 of them?
Happy Light, turn right. Oh, she doesn't have a voice either? Oh, okay. Happy Light and turn right, everyone.
Ganyu's here. Okay.
Happy Lantern right, Ganyu. I'm sorry, I hope I'm not interrupting
not.
anything. What is it? Is Ningguo back? Yes, the others have arrived too. Got it, thanks. My apologies, everyone, but I got to go. Ganyu and I have some important work to attend to.
Not you too. Seems like everyone's busy with work.
You know what it's like. The festival season is upon us, so all systems go at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Don't worry, everything is fine. Yes, you should focus on enjoying everything that the street fair has to offer, and if you find anything that is not to your satisfaction, we welcome your feedback. Bye for now, everyone. 1 second, Ganyu. What is it, Lofen? Don't forget to take breaks and look after yourself.
The traveler's being especially nice today, checking in on everyone's well-being.
Well, what other option does he have? It's not like he can drag them away from their desks and force them to have fun against their will.
I mean, we could probably try that, though. Excuse me for the yawns. Thanks for your concern. We'll be sure to take care, and I hope you do the same.
I actually have something I need to do as well. So I should get to the Wangshang funeral parlor.
Oh, are you looking for Hu Tao? She's supposed to meet us here so we can grab lunch. Why don't you come with? If you don't mind the extra company, of course.
Not at all. I'd love to. What a nice surprise.
Perfect! Hu Tao should have joined us here by now. I guess her meeting overran. Why don't we head to the funeral parlor? Okay, let's go!
Oh. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Please, 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 let this case I have be settled smoothly. I'd still like to hang out with Granny and all. Okay. I wish everyone good health, good fortune, good meals, fine appetites, and much happiness in the coming year. Let's do another show and make it a big one. Okay, the Ministry of Civil Affairs will place various festival toys throughout Liyue Harbor during the Lantern Rite. Visit these toy locations and increase your festival travel journal progress to redeem the corresponding rewards. The Lampent Entertainment menu, you can check on the locations of each festival toy within Liyue Harbor. Use normal attacks to activate the fortune coins and cause them to rotate. Toggle them correctly to increase your festival travel journal progress. Bobby says, Lantern Rite is always so beautiful with cute emojis. Sorry. Always so pretty. Witty. Visit sightseeing scopes to catch a glimpse of sights afar. Successfully view these extraordinary vistas to increase your festival travel journal progress. Use attacks to activate the launch tubes to cause them to stop rotating and increase your festival points. When the launch tubes in which have stopped rotating point towards specified pictures, they can even fire off corresponding fireworks. If you can cause the launch tubes to display all 4 identical pictures at the same time, something interesting could happen. Okay. In Mortal Kombat. So these, I guess, I have to go find out in the world. Let's check on the rewards, because why not? Mortal Kombat comes with primos, so we're definitely doing that. Custom gifts also come with primos, so we're definitely doing that. Not unlocked yet. Complete drills by lamplight to unlock. Which is this. Well, I think we should start with custom envelopes.
What are all these Mora for? They're huge! And so shiny!
Lady Yuhong said they're fortune coins. Go on, give them a rub. It'll bring you good luck.
And by rub, she means attack them. Let's see, Saints. Seeing how this is an alt account, I'd probably only do the Lantern Rite on your main account first, just my opinion. I'll probably just do it on both. It's just something to do right now because I don't have too much longer until I have to go to work. But I don't have such short time where I could end the stream now, if that makes sense. That, and I like doing events like this when they're pretty. Oh good, more invoice lines. Huh, this doesn't seem right either. These gift envelopes are really hard to make. Micah, are you making gift envelopes? Okay, I know we haven't met this person. Lofen, what a coincidence. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to celebrate the Lantern Rite? Oh, no, I came to deliver a letter, and it just so happened to be during the Lantern Rite. Clee said she really wanted a lantern gift envelope, so I thought about buying one to take back. Imagine my surprise when I found out you have to make them yourself. I spent a lot of time trying to make one, but it still feels quote-unquote off for some reason. I can't tell where I went wrong. Bobby Vita says, but free character for side account, and also Micah is such a Kokoboo? Lofen, you know more about Leeway Customs than me. Could you give me some advice on how to approve it? Let me think about it for a second. Help your companions complete their gift envelopes to their specifications. When you are crafting these, your companions will give you suggestions on how to proceed. Once your gift envelope has been accepted by your companion, the crafting process is complete. It'd be great if we could add a bit of color. Maybe an orange or yellow theme would work well? Can we make it bigger? We can. Okay, can we... Yeah. Envelope patterns. Probably probably not the best way to do this. Motif limit reached. This gift envelope is lovely, thank you. I'll never have managed to make one like this myself. Micah is part of the reconnaissance company of the Knights and returned from Grandmaster Varker's expedition team a while back to bring updates to Mondstadt. Gotcha. That was thanks to Bobby Vita for some lore drop. Whoa, it's beautiful. So well made. You did it so fast. You're amazing, Lofen. Oh no, I really should get going. I need to report back to the Knights. Thanks for the help, Lofen. I'm sure Klee will love the envelope. I have to wait until the next day to make another one. But thankfully, they mean like wait this type of day. But before that, maybe we should just do some running around and looking around. These are really pretty, the lanterns.
Are these lanterns? Nope.
And
They're
these
toys
lanterns
that
too.
shoot fireworks. New to this year's festival.
He drew the maps
You
of
should try them,
Mondstadt
Paimon.
used by the Knights. Oh, okay.
Whoa, it's beautiful.
Oh. Oh, there's another coin.
Join the Adventurers Guild.
What is this guy's deal? Also, it says that there's... Aha! New motif obtained. Surely Sergeant isn't the only one in charge. Good luck to them then. Then they are going to need it. Is something the matter? Huh? Oh, it's you, Lofen. Phew. You scared me there. I thought Sergeant had come over. If he overheard me, I'd get dragged away for more training. Do you guys still have to train? Isn't this the lantern right now? Well, the bigger the festival, the busier we are. Libre Harbor is huge, and there's so many tourists coming in from all over the world. To maintain order and ensure everyone's safety, the Millelith have set up quite a few new mobile units in both in the city and in the wilderness. Do you know what a mobile unit is? Just think of it as a team of Millelith soldiers who provide help wherever they go. As long as you need help, just run to a squad and ask for assistance. They'll lend a hand. Whether if it's in your danger, lost something, or even got lost yourself, just go ask them for help. But since we need to cover such a large area, our sergeant has even pulled out the reserve units that were originally on standby for training. But those reserved units are all made up of rookies who haven't had much training, so the sergeant said why not hold a temporary training event to up their individual skill levels. I heard that particularly sergeant is really tough. Anyone who's been trained by him can't help but to shiver when hearing his name. You've undergone his training too? I suppose you can say that. His training is actually really effective, but my legs turn into jelly at the mere thought of it. Want to give it a try? During my training, I heard him mention your name a lot. He said that not only are you master of tactical deployment, but also excel at hand-to-hand combat. Were you in the training arena, you would definitely outperform all of us. I would love to give it a try. Alright, the courage you displayed, you are indeed the hero of Liyue. Please follow me. Alright, drills by lamplight. You must select various secret stratagems and trigger their combat effectiveness to increase your combat powers and abilities to score the points. The number of secret stratagems you can use will also increase as more drills are unlocked. Stratagems of engagement can permanently increase the amount of points scored in a single challenge when opponents are defeated, while stratagems of assault can permanently increase the additional multiplier when a party member scores points in a single challenge. When the stratagems of variance are triggered, the points scored by the party will be multiplied for a limited amount of time. Triggering such stratagems again while they are active will refresh their duration. After a wave of opponents is defeating, the basic score gained from their defeat and the number and the difficulty multiplier, additional scores multipliers, and the stratagems of variation related multipliers which were not triggered as 1, will multiply one another and give the final score one gets from defeating this wave. When the drill ends, you will immediately gain the current wave's final score. Okay. This, yeah, let's do it. Oh, we get some trial characters. This looks good. Okay, how do I... You can still select more secret... How do I select them? Here we go. I wonder how many of these I can actually select. Do elemental burst since I actually know what that is. Emil and Kaniche kind of focus on burning. Oh, I should have brought some fire then. Oops. When the active character defeats 2 opponents with elemental skill, the party gains 250% points for 18 seconds. After the elemental burst, a basic amount of points are scored by defeating each opponent will increase by 3 for the duration of the drill. This effect can only occur every 6 seconds. Protected by a shield. And stratagems. Let us...
Speed of light!
That was unexpected. I got him cornered.
Okay, that was kind of cool. That's not fun. This guy just destroys things. Yeah. I think it's because he's like fully built or whatever.
Yeah.
Target acquired.
Haha. Oh, we're not gonna beat that. Kanich can grapple like Spider-Man, and his burst unleashes a little 8-bit familiar Ajaw. That's cute. I want him. That is not the best score for sure. Alright, let's exit for now. There's other games to try. The Lantern Rite in Genshin Impact is full bloom. Yeah. Yeah, in Liyue there's a whole festival with lots of mini games and search and finds and stuff. Yeah, you do. Lol.
Thank you.
Oh. Earlier, just outside of the funeral parlor. So in other words, Butler on, you'd like to go without the
Exactly.
drums.
Since this has come at such a festive time, I'd rather keep things low-key to avoid disturbing the celebrations.
Understood. What about the paper effigies for burning? We can do mansion, chariots, boats, or cedar
Sure,
shares.
but let's stick with something small. His lordship has never been a fan of ostentation.
In that case, how about an effigy of a silk gown? Something to please the family, but not too over the top.
It
Does that sound
sounds
alright?
perfect. You think of everything, Director Who.
Great. And will you be providing your own cinerary casket?
His lordship had one made 2 years ago, in fact. He sourced an excellent block of gloomwood and had an artisan convert it into a casket. It's currently being stored at the old family house at Yilong Wharf.
Gloomwood is a good choice. Flame resistant, water resistant, insect resistant. Now what about the morning tent and the procession? Do the families say what style they want? We can certainly keep it simple, but I wouldn't recommend foregoing them entirely. You don't want the public speculating about why the Faiyun Commerce Guild couldn't seem to properly afford
It's like you read my mind. Master expressed the same concern, but he also said he has full confidence in the Wangshang Funeral Parlor's judgment in this area.
Very well. Then my suggestion for the tent would be sloped roofs with a rigid spine, 2 of them curved at the top, 36 seats, no more, no less, all with fresh silk covers, but not just any silk. They should be decorated with Feiyin symbols. Saint says, I gotta start getting ready for work. Have a good day. Bye, Saint. Thank you for coming and supporting us. We appreciate it so much. The stream is going well. At the front, we want a moon gate, a grand preceptor armchair, and bamboo railings. Significantly grand, but tasteful and measured. Would this be suitable, Butler?
That sounds ideal. Oh, and we should put some rugs down. Make them tortoiseshell. His lordship is very fond of that color.
That can be arranged. How about
Master
the
requested no music procession, but 16 pallbearers. Nothing flashy. Plain clothes will do, as long as they're smart and all dressed the same. Open
And the
sedan
carriage?
chair, please, with 4 pairs of white plaques and 20 pairs of red plaques.
That is a lot of plaques. Any ceremonial weaponry and
Yes,
such?
2 sets of gold weaponry and 2 sets of soul banners, 4 items per set.
Okay, for the gold weaponry, a 4-piece set would be the mace, the battle axe, stirrups, and fist. So 2 of each of those, and then we could do 2 clear passage banners plus 2 each of the flying tiger, flying carp, and flying turtle.
That will do
banners.
nicely.
All right, last thing. How about hanging the banner and
For the
portrait in
hanging
the
banner,
pavilion?
we want an octagonal tube with 8 tassels per corner and a dome of red gauze covering the top. As for the portrait pavilion, we're looking to do one incense pavilion with 2 spare rooms. One is a changing room, the other is a display room, and we'd like a plain white cover over the whole thing.
Did you want that embroidered?
I knew I missed something. The family neglected to consider that in their sorrow, but it's a minor detail. What would your suggestion be?
Well, the Fanyu Commerce Guild is a large and prosperous family with 4 generations living under one roof. As the founder of this family, his lordship could not be more blessed. Added to that, he has reached a ripe old age and lived a virtuous life, and spent his final days in peace and comfort. All in all, he has lived a very complete life. In which case, I would recommend embroidering a bats of longevity motif and a cranes and deer of the youth motif to pass his good fortune on to the next generation.
I must say, Director Who, you really understand your clients.
Of course, think nothing of it, huh? Ah, Miss
Greetings,
Bavewin?
Director Who. Lady Ningguang has arrived, and she would be most grateful if you could join her at Eugene Terrace.
Wow, that was quick. Alright, I'll head over there in 2 ticks. Butler Ann, my sincerest apologies, but I'm afraid I have to leave for another meeting to get to.
I've taken plenty of your time already. Don't let me keep you.
Fairy, can I leave you to follow up with the Faerun funeral
Of course, Director.
arrangements?
I'll handle it.
The Who family is truly blessed. It seems their directors go from strength to strength with each generation.
I agree. She was born for the job.
Ah, yes, Madam Undertaker. I didn't get the chance to discuss payment with the director.
There's no rush. I gathered from your conversation that the situation is still unfolding. This was just an initial meeting, so that we can make advanced preparations, yes?
That's right. Master asked me to come a few days ahead of time so that things aren't rushed at the last minute. On that note, please do keep everything strictly confidential for now. No public announcements.
Of course. You have my word.
Thanks. Could I trouble you for a pro forma invoice? Easier for the family to review that way.
I'll get that to you in due course. Oh, hello. Can I help you?
Hey, Fairy! We're looking for Hu Tao. Is she here?
You just missed her, unfortunately. She's attending a meeting elsewhere.
Oh. Any idea when she'll be back?
She didn't say, but she only left a moment ago. She could be some time. If it's anything urgent, I'd be happy to take a message for you, and I'll relay it to her as soon as she returns.
Oh, no, it's nothing urgent.
If you'd prefer to speak with her directly, you can always wait till she's free.
Well, this sucks. Paimon thought Hu Tao would be done with work by now.
I guess she's got more on her plate than we realized. Well, there's not much point in hanging around here. Why don't we go eat and come back later?
Paimon is getting a little hungry. But shouldn't we wait for Hu Tao?
It sounded like she's gonna be a while. Besides, I can always fire up the stove again when she's back.
Okay, sounds good. Madam Lan, you must be getting hungry too, right? You should come with us.
Madam Lan?
Oh, sorry. I spaced out. Whatever works for you.
Alright, Fairy. We'll head off then. Can you let Hu Tao know where we are when she gets back?
Sure. Take care, everyone. Butler Ann?
Ma'am, do you happen to know who that young lady with the black hair is?
I haven't met her before,
But that silver swallow hairpiece makes me wonder if she's from Chenyu Vale.
Chenyu Vale?
Something the matter?
Well, it's just... So the other day, when I was out shopping, I ran into her and Master. They were chatting away, and I noticed that she showed him a very peculiar-looking rattan figure. Later that day, as I was moving his lordship to a more comfortable bedroom, I saw something underneath his bed. And would you know it, it was that same rattan figure. There was some kind of spell written on it. It was icy cold to the touch and made the whole room chilly. The whole thing seems very sinister.
Oh my goodness. Are you suggesting that there could be unnatural causes behind his lordship's condition? Well, I've heard they practice Chi-Man magic in Chenyu Vale. Pendhead fortune conveyance, fate transference, and the like.
The last thing I want to do is start suspecting anyone, but... with his lordship bedridden and Master urging me to start discussing funeral arrangements, I can't help but think.
Uh-oh. Don't jump to too many conclusions.
Look at me rambling away. I'm sure I'm just being paranoid. Please forget I said anything, and certainly don't repeat this to anyone else.
Don't worry, Butler Anne. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor understands the importance of discretion. Client confidentiality is paramount.
Oh man. There's a lot going on, guys.
Dad, I brought some friends over. I'm cooking today. Dad? Dad!
Over here, Xiangling.
Oh, there he is. He's over at Ying R's place. Let's go say hi. Huh? Timaeus? What's wrong with him?
That scent. Oh, this is so embarrassing. A few days ago, he said he wanted to come and spend the festival with me, but he started to feel unwell as soon as he arrived last night, and now he's gone and passed out. I think maybe the journey took it out of him, or perhaps he caught a cold on the way. Anyway, I was about to take him to Boo Boo Pharmacy to see the doctor, so I asked Chef Mao to watch the store while I'm gone.
Wait, you weren't gonna carry him all that way by yourself, were you? Let us help.
I couldn't possibly ask that of you.
Don't mention it. Let's just get him into the doctor.
I'm very grateful for the help.
Why don't I watch the store? As it happens, I know a thing or two about perfume.
I'm sorry, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, this is Madame Lan Yen, a craftswoman from Chenyu Vale. You can trust her.
Oh, a friend of yours then. Thank you, Madame Lan Yen. That would be a huge help.
Xiangling, I guess that means we're free to head back. Let's get cooking so the troops can feast on their triumphant return.
Great minds think alike, Dad. Go on, get Timaeus to Boo Boo
Their relationship's
Pharmacy.
really cute.
And don't forget to come eat when you're done.
Thank you all.
Meanwhile, you bring Timaeus to Boo Boo Pharmacy, where Baizu takes him to the back room for an examination. You are surprised to see two other familiar faces there. We have met one of these people. Happy Lantern Rite. Happy Lantern Rite. Zhongli and Chongyu. Master Young Terminology was born to a clan of exorcists. He travels the land working exorcise demons. He is honest and serious lad by nature. He is both hard-working and persevering, never shrinking away from any hardship. However, he has one problem that no amount of work can solve, and that is the pure young spirit he was born with. Pure yang spirit. This pure yang spirit is capable of repelling demons to the point where Sheng Yu has never had to lift a finger to stop them. As a result, he almost never seen a demon in his life. This troubles Chang'e greatly, of course, because seriously, what exorcist has never encountered a demon to exorcise before? Oh, okay. Blessed life problems. Gotcha. Oh man, no one's fucking voiced here.
What do you mean by that? Oh no, did you get sick too?
No, not me. Xing Qin. It's alright, these are dear friends, and the truth needn't be hidden from them. It is my great-grandfather. A few days ago, he didn't have the strength to get out of bed, and now he has slipped into a coma.
Sorry to hear that. That sounds really serious.
It's not looking good. We've had several doctors come and see him, but none of them could tell what's wrong. All in all, they left without even writing a prescription.
None of them could figure out what it was? That seems strange.
Sigh, well, he's over 100 years old now. It's just we're struggling to come to terms with it. Our butler came to see me a few days ago, insisting that a great-grandfather has been cursed. He urged me to get an exorcist involved. So I went to take a look inside his lordship's room, and there was definitely a strange chill in the air, but I'm confident it's not caused by evil spirits. Then what is it? Well, this is just a theory, but I think that it's fine, you can say. It's fetter of death, a sign that death is near.
Oh no. Singcho, this must be so hard for you.
Hi, Drunk. Thank you, I'll be okay. Honestly, my father and grandfather are the hardest hit by it, but as we prepare, we can be under circumstances. We're as prepared as we can be under the circumstances. I believe my brother has already contacted the funeral parlor, and I'm here to see if Dr. Baizu can help. My father and grandfather are at home, fasting and praying.
Feeling any better?
Much better. I feel fit as a twiddle. I'm sure all of this is because I forgot to eat breakfast.
Fit as a fiddle, dear. As in the instrument, not the finger twitching.
It's nothing serious. Probably just exhaustion from the long journey. Then not resting properly afterwards.
It's all my fault.
I'm prescribing a nutritious soup to be taken every night before bed. Here's the recipe. That should sort him out. But if his symptoms persist, make sure to come and see me again.
Thank you, Dr. Baizu.
Looks like Timaeus is gonna be alright. That's a relief.
Yours says you helped me bring me here. Thank you ever so much. Don't mention it.
You should probably get this guy back right away. Baiju says he needs to rest.
Agreed. Plus, I shouldn't keep Madame Lanyan waiting too long. Drop by later when you've got a second, so I can thank you both properly.
There's a lot of places we gotta stop by, gang.
Ah,
Dr.
Master
Baizu.
Xingqiu. I won't beat around the bush. The situation is looking a little more complicated than I'd initially thought.
What do you mean? Baiju wasn't speaking the whole truth now. Chemit's situation seems to be exceptionally strange, and strikingly similar to his lordship's condition. Wait, so Tomas has the same illness as my
It would appear
great-grandfather?
so, although it's debatable whether it is an illness per se. The truth is, they are both aging at an accelerated rate.
Baiju was the first Dendro unit we saw in-game, back before Dendro was even added, says Bobby Vita. That's kind of cool.
Yes,
What? Really?
significantly faster than the average person. But so far, I have not managed to determine the cause.
Not only does it mystify Bazu, but I've never witnessed such a medley. Sorry, hold on. Unless, of course, it was so long ago that I have since forgotten. Chimus is the prime of his life, so a little extra exhaustion is nothing dangerous, but his lordship is so advanced in his years already. That's terrible. So something is superstitiously cutting off years off of their lives.
Years off their lives? What a turn of phrase. That sounds horrible.
Sigh. Baizu even tried to use a secret art on Timaeus earlier, but it was useless. This is a most stubborn disease.
There are a few other remedies I can try, even if it's just trial and error at this point. This morning I sent Chi-Chi to Mount Chingsa to look for a certain herb. There's still a chance we might turn things around if we're lucky. Oh, and speaking of Chingsa, has his lordship been there recently, Master Xingqiu?
To Kinsa Village, you mean? Yes, we visit there every year during the lantern rite to run a clinic, but this year, before the clinic had even started, they sent someone all the way here to ask for medical advice. The situation seems urgent.
And then the patient from Mondstadt, who I just saw, tells me he stopped off in Chingsa Village during his journey. I can't help but wonder if there's some connection.
If I'm not mistaken, I do believe the great-grandfather visited some old friends in Quince Village not too long ago, and my father went with him. Ah, just as we suspected. What is it? I heard rumors about God's remains in Kingse. What is that what's causing this? God's remains? Which one? Well, firstly, I read about it in a book I bought from the street vendor, so it's not the most credible source. But the book told of a hidden palace in Quince Village mountain range called the Hidden Palace of Zhou Formula. It is enchanted with the 7 and 8 gates method, with which it surpassed countless evil spirits, and the most revered of them is the god known Tao-Du.
So, Tao-Du's remains? That's what's causing this mystery illness?
Not to steal anyone's thunder, but while I do suspect a connection with Chingsa Village, I highly doubt that god remains are the cause.
That's right, and the slightest trace of God's remains, and Baizu and I would have surely sensed them.
Then what could be the true cause?
Master Xingqiu, I will head to Chingsa Village to investigate further after Chi-Chi returns. Hopefully, I will have more answers after that.
Is there anything I can do?
Pause at gathering stuff. Just tell us where to go and we'll track down those herbs, no problem.
I am most grateful for the offer. I'll be sure to let you know if I need your assistance.
Thank you for everything, Dr. Baizu.
Merely doing my duty.
Well, you take care of yourself
Don't
too, Baizu.
Don't worry about me. I'm keenly aware of my limits.
Lofen, Paimon, it was good to see you, but now I must return home and relay Dr. Baizu's words to my family. I'll come with you. I want to take another look at his lordship's room. Very well. Bye, everyone, and don't worry about me. I'm doing fine. In all honesty, I've never been as close with my great-grandfather as my father and my grandfather. Given his age, he wasn't really speaking much by the time I was around.
We get that you don't want us to worry, but there's no need to downplay it, all right? We should be supporting you here, not the other way around.
Paimon's a lot smarter than I remember. I guess it's been a long time since we last met. We have not met yet, sir.
Paimon's always been smart.
Doubt. X to doubt. Ha, you know, recently the phrase in How To has always been on my mind a lot. Live in life, die in death. But she must be exceptionally busy these days, as I barely see her at all. So how about we all go for a meal together in a few days' time, when everything's calmed down? Sounds great. I'm free whenever. Then it's decided. I'll see you in a few days.
Even though Baiju ruled out God remains as the cause, Paimon still wants to get to the bottom of this Tao Do business. Oh, it's a shame Kuching had to disappear before she could tell us more.
Lan Yin seems quite knowledgeable about it too.
Then let's head back and ask her. Come on, Xiangling's waiting on us too.
Oh man, guys, this is a lot. We'll definitely be chewing through it on stream for a few days. Well, I have about 9 minutes before I have to log off. So let's look around Leeway for some coins. Maybe do one more part of this quest. Shit. We missed it by 1. Let's try it again. Not as pretty during the day. Yeah, there we go. Well, that was pretty, but it definitely, Anyway. We're headed to do one more part of this quest, and then I gotta log off and get ready for work. Here we go.
Ah, you're back. Thanks again for helping me get Timaeus to the doctor. Please, take this Mora as a small token of our gratitude.
You shouldn't have. I barely lifted a finger. Well, that's gotta be an understatement. I doubt you carried me all the way to Baishu Pharmacy by 1 finger honorary night. I can't thank you enough. Please let us give you something for your efforts.
Paimon thinks you're misunderstanding what that phrase means, but okay.
You'll have to excuse him. I think his efforts to learn the local dialect have fried the language part of his brain.
Alright, well, no more studying for you. Go get some rest. Doctor's orders. And if you take a turn for the worse, get back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away.
By the way, where did Lan Yan go?
I almost forgot to mention. She said she went to catch up with Director Hu. She told me to pass on the message.
Wait, so she left?
Younger, I'd like 3. Oh, what's this? Is Santa Spring under new management?
Perish the thought. Miss Ying'er had to run an errand, so I'm just watching the shop until she gets back.
Ah, I see. Well, Miss Temporary New Management, could I trouble you for 3 boxes of red dust under the rolling clouds?
Red dust under rolling clouds. I think that rings a bell. Not a scent the average young lady would choose, though.
Correct. You probably won't find it on the shelves. More likely hidden in a corner at the back somewhere. Would you mind digging it out?
One moment. Here. Is this what you're looking for? If I'm not mistaken, it's used exclusively for ritual purposes.
Oh, a lady of culture, I see. This is not common knowledge.
Let me wrap this up
Let
for
me
you.
wrap... Oh. Blah, blah. Wait, I see it now. You're from the lineage of Qingse Valley, aren't you?
Huh?
Vale.
How
Qingyu
can you
Vale.
tell?
Your hairpiece. Its jade-plumed silver wings is one of the 3 immortals of Tao Dao. Hee, or am I right, or am I right?
Sorry, who are you?
Hee, let's just say I'm a fellow lady of culture, but alas, I'm in a rush today, so I'll have to say goodbye for now. I hope we meet again soon, Miss Temporary New Management.
Huh? Grandpa was right. Liyue Harbor is full of hidden talents. I would never have expected the average perfume customer to be so knowledgeable.
Director Hu, I gotta say, that outfit looks really good on you.
Why, thank you, Miss Youngyer. I was just procuring some perfumes from your fine establishment. Your temporary replacement provided a magnificent service.
That's good to hear.
Wait, Director Hu?
Hey, we're back. Thanks for watching the store, Madame Lan.
Miss Ying'er, that person you spoke to just now. Who was that?
Hu Tao. Director Hu Tao of the Wangshun Funeral Parlor.
Huh? But I thought she wore the funeral parlor uniform. With the Harmony hexagram hat?
I guess she just changed into something more festive for the festival.
Shoot! I was face to face with her, and I had no idea. Sorry, Miss Ying'er. Something's come up. Please let the others know I had to leave.
Huh? What could possibly be so urgent?
And then she just ran off after Hu Tao. Weird.
Maybe she'll be at the funeral
Are you going to look for her? If so, could you take this with you? I just found it in the store.
Huh? Wait, isn't this one of those rattan figures?
Whatever it is, we don't sell them. So I'm guessing Madame Lan left it here by accident.
Yeah, well, she definitely makes these. Although, this one's pretty different from the one she made for the street fair. Plus, it has a sigil on it for some reason.
Not the kind of thing you see every day, that's for sure. It could be important, so if it does belong to Madame Lan, I'd like to get it back to her as soon as possible.
Well, then let's head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor again. Whatever it's for, the sooner she gets it back, the better.
Alright, and that is where we're going to end our stream today. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it, Wisps. It's been nice to see all of you on my stream. I have to get ready for work now, though. I hope, as always, all of this stuff is going to be on YouTube. I hope to see you tomorrow or later today after work. I don't necessarily know if I'll be back on streaming, but I'll try.